So we talk to listeners every day. So now our show is, there are two kind of drive time shows. One is the morning drive time show and the other is the evening drive time show. So what happens in the evening drive time show mostly is it's humor based. Because in the morning people want to know a lot about what is happening in the city, are the trains on time, is everything else on time, what the news is. So we kind of keep them updated with the news and the traffic and everything, but mostly our show is humor based. So most of my interactions with our listeners are either in a contest or either in a prank call. So yeah, so as in, we kind of keep it simple. You said Marathi Mulga because we kind of try and intermingle three languages together. So like we say, Mumbai is a cosmopolitan city, so there are 3-4 languages that exist over here, be it English, Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati. So we kind of use all these languages and we connect to people like that. So and also language is a very important medium. Suddenly if you talk to a Marathi person in Marathi, he suddenly feels, oh my god, this guy knows Marathi. That special connect comes to him that he's someone I know, he's someone I can relate to, even for a Gujarati. So basically, an RJ's job is to stay neutral in terms of languages. He should know all the languages as well, and yet yet connect with his listeners through their own mother tongue. So yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I'm sounding serious right now, but it's a lot of fun. My show is extremely funny. Right now. So what happens is when you start becoming an RJ, as in it's your first day on radio, supposedly you switch the mic on for the first time, you of course will be a bag of nerves, because you're talking to 30-35 lakh people at one point, at one single time. So you kind of go prepared with the script because you don't want to falter. On the first day I'm speaking. So on the first day you go with the script, you kind of say exactly what is written in the script. But as soon as, like any other job, as soon as you start getting a little comfortable with the language, as soon as you can start getting a little comfortable with your vibe on radio, with your personality on radio, and people start liking you, give you compliments, so that confidence comes up and then you start becoming spontaneous. So अभी जैसे मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ वैसे मैं लोगों से बात करता हूँ. So it's not like it's a medium that you have to like really do something about. Spontaneity अपने आप आती है once you're comfortable with whatever you're doing. So even if you become a radio jockey tomorrow, on the first day you'll be a little conscious. Second day you'll be a little less conscious. After a year, you'll be extremely comfortable. So it's a process, Humor can be that two kinds of humor. There's one below the belt humor, and then there's the intelligent humor. So of course intelligence is required for humor. People who are comedians are extremely intelligent people. I'm not saying that I'm a comedian or I'm an intelligent person. It's something I've been doing, people like it. So I've been doing it continuously. But yeah, knowledge is extremely crucial because you can't sound dumb on radio. As soon as you make a statement and people feel ye galat hai, he doesn't know anything about anything, immediately they form a judgment about you. And we all, as humans now, we become extremely judgmental. So we kind of judge everybody on the spot at just one sentence and people will judge you. So you have to sound knowledgeable. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know what's happening in the city. You need to know what sports. If you're giving cricket updates, you need to know who's playing. What are the best parts about our team. You need to know the names of the players. You know what a slip point is. You should know what a long off is. So all these things you should be aware of. So you should be an extremely aware person. Knowledgeable, of course, that's extremely subjective because I can call myself knowledgeable, but I'm probably less knowledgeable than probably a professor. So yeah. It's a very personal medium. Now radio is extremely different from television because television, a person who is watching television, he has a feeling that he can't touch the artist. He's something, he's beyond his reach. With the radio jockey, with we being on air, with we being in people's headphones, in their cars, in their very personal space, and also we keep giving our numbers, and people call up, and immediately the person who's talking on air is talking to them on the phone. So it's an extremely personal medium. People kind of make friends with radio jockeys more than a VJ or more than a news anchor. So yeah, it is a different medium and it's extremely necessary for survival. People have said with internet, radio will go down, but that has not happened. You know, even if you have like a particular playlist of songs, you know, but you playing those songs, you know what the next song is going to be like. So you know it's a little predictable. But if a radio jockey plays the same song, and after that he plays some other song which you don't expect and you like that song, that's where the surprise element comes in. That's why people like radio, because there's an element of surprise everywhere. So yeah, so it will always survive. It will only grow into internet also. So from, if we are on air right now, if people are listening to us, consuming us in their cars and their headphones, they'll probably consume us more on the internet when we go on internet as well. More than an RJ, I would call myself a creative person. So if you give a blank canvas to a creative person, he'll try to paint it. So now media is a complete different medium. So you're an RJ, you're doing something else with it. You can of course only be an RJ and, like, you know, only work for the betterment of radio. You can be an RJ, then you can be a programming head, then you can be a national programming head. You can also do television. You can also do films. So it's an entire medium which you can use, which is at your disposal. So the good thing about an RJ, he should not be a studio junkie. He should not be sitting inside and, like, you know, only looking at news on his computer. He should travel a lot. He should meet new people. And with radio becoming a little flexible now, RJs are mostly people who are multitasking. I wouldn't call this as a part-time profession because it is a really profitable profession. You know, people, let's not discuss salaries, but people get insane amounts of money here. So you can't call it a part-time profession, but yeah, you can do something else apart from these 5 hours in radio. So, you know, I'm doing a film, I do plays, so all of that is happening. So it's like a canvas, it's like a big canvas. If you're a creative person, you can go wherever you want to. There's not much you can do to become an RJ. You just need to show up at a radio station, give an audition. Like how I became an RJ was I got selected in RJ hunt with a different radio station. So I just went, I had a script in Hindi which I had to read, and it happened. That one step happened, then I got a call, and then, you know, everything, the rest is history. So for you to probably become an RJ, you should know people in the industry, or you should just land up at a radio station. If on the first day they don't allow you to give an audition, you should land up on the second day also. So basically it's your persistence, it's your insistence that can get you to be an RJ. As far as training is concerned, you know, becoming an RJ doesn't need a particular type of voice. You know, people have a feeling that you should have a deep voice or you should have a sexy voice, but you don't need a particular type of voice. Your personality should be endearing. Your personality should be humorous. People should like you as a person or a personality than just your voice. Voice तो अपने आप लोग गाने पसंद करना शुरू हो जाते हैं. So basically, yeah. So it's basically your confidence will take you to wherever it has to take you, and I'm sure you'll become an RJ.